Welcome, 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 my brothers. I hope you're all doing well. You already know who I am. I'm D, and this the Future Fathers FF podcast. Yes, 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 my brothers. Yes, yes. I hope you're all doing good. I hope your evening's been good, your morning, noon, night, your day. I hope work's been good. I hope your missus or your partner's been good to you. I hope your children's been good. Most of all, my brothers, I hope you ain't had to beat nobody this week. Yes, bros. Yes, I've been all right this week. Not been too bad. Just putting my other mic on charge. Not been too bad this week, bro. It's been good. It's been good. I've been okay. I've been happy. This evening, I was making some juice. Video will be uploaded soon, so you guys can get the recipe. I'm not holding on to nothing too tough, but this one here, this one was a good one. It really was. This one was. I don't remember, but I made it because I needed to get rid of some fruits. I had a lot that weren't doing too good, but this is good. This is dope. Bros, let's get into this episode, shall we? Ooh. How do you feel about being the disciplinarian? Yeah? Tough job, do you reckon? Are you the sole disciplinarian in your house, or is that job shared? Because I know sometimes that job is not shared. Sometimes it is, and it's dope when it is. In our house, here, my house, that job shared. Me and the missus are both disciplinarians. I would say myself a little bit more, obviously, because I'm the man, I'm the dad, I'm the dude. You would kind of expect that. But at the same time, mum's disciplinarian as well, you know? Don't get it twisted. And in certain situations, mum is the sole disciplinarian. Some situations, quite a lot of situations actually, with single mums, definitely. But I just wanted to bring up the fact that being the disciplinarian doesn't have to be a soulless job. Well, is that the term that I'm looking for? Not really. Not really. It doesn't have to, bro, it doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't really have to be that bad. I've always been, yeah. I've always been the major, or should I say majority disciplinarian in our house. And I would like to say that even though my boys know if I'm coming down on you hot, pause, yeah. I don't want none of you to take that sentence there out of context. So let me get this right. If there is a situation that I have to address because my children were not listening to their mum, now I'd say that still happens, but it doesn't happen as often. They're bigger boys. One soon to be married, one soon to be a dad. Like they're living their own lives, but still living at home. So there's things that I still have to do now that felt like I still feel like I shouldn't have to do them. Not felt like, I still feel like I shouldn't have to do them. But at the same time, I'm your dad. If I have to say something, I'm going to say something. I'm not gonna wait. Sometimes, sometimes I will. Yeah, sometimes I will. Like this evening, for instance, I came in, I needed to record, and I wanted to make some juice. So I kind of need space in the kitchen. Now, we don't have a large space for a kitchen at all. My son's been in the house using the stuff in the kitchen and ain't cleaned up after himself. Now, when he comes in, I'm going to say something. There's been situations where I've not said something to him, because he was either coming in from work or it was late or I'd calm down or I was just too upset to say something. There's a multitude of different reasons as to why I didn't say something at the time. Sometimes I felt like I should have said something. Sometimes I said something and I felt like I shouldn't have said something. And those are plenty. Yeah. I feel like I've said something more times than I've needed to. More than likely, I've said something definitely when I've not necessarily needed to. But at the same time, if I don't say something and I don't address it, what's it going to be like when somebody else addresses something similar or this same situation? You're not going to know how to deal with somebody because you didn't learn how to deal with somebody, regardless of whether it's me or your dad. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. I'm another human being. You have to learn the experience before you can go anywhere else and deal with that same situation. Now, as I've said already, my sons are big boys. I shouldn't have to say too much to you or to them. Some of you out there in different situations, you will have to say something. Don't feel like, I'm always having to say something. Because holding that responsible, that level of responsibility in that position, being dad, being a disciplinarian, you have to put that to one side and be like, okay, do you know what? This is what we're going to deal with right now. I can talk to you in 10, 20 minutes, but this we're addressing right now. There may be situations where a small, sharp sentence is needed. There may be situations where you have to raise your voice. There may be even situations where you have to shout. I'm not condoning beating your children, yeah, but come on. I'm black, yeah, as I'm pretty sure you can see. Like, best believe, yeah, I was raised old school, not like these youths nowadays, not at all. These youths nowadays get spoken to and they get told to, express their feelings. You can do that when you're not living with me, or as I've learned, yeah, you can do that to an extent. But you see, when you're on your own, that's when you can live up to that. I'm not somebody. Listen, yeah. Let me just be straight and be frank with you for a moment. Yeah, I don't really care. It's not that I don't care. It's not that I don't care. But if I'm telling you something as a dad, just imagine you're the child. If I'm telling you something and you're telling me about how, that made me feel upset, it made me feel this, it made me feel that. Well, do you know what? What you did made me feel a way as well. Now what? Where do we go from here? It's two people telling each other, "Oh well, you made me feel this and you made me feel that." Listen, I'm not about to discuss my feelings with my child because their feelings were hurt. What? Albeit, I will be the first to say, do you know what? I don't understand certain parenting skills. I am not of a certain ilk to understand certain parenting skills, and I don't think I was made to understand certain parenting skills. Some skills are learned skills that people pick up from all over their parents, their childhood, their friends' parents, the parents they see out a road. TikTok, YouTube, yeah, and Instagram. It amazes me that dads are looked at funny for being disciplinarians when people are governing their households off of what's being done on the internet. It's mad. You're scared your children are going to get a little beating from their dad or their mum. And there's people in the world telling your children it's okay if they tell somebody, oh, well, do you know what? I didn't like how you spoke to me. What? You didn't like how I spoke to you? Ah, mate, I'm sorry. Well, guess what? I didn't like what you did or what you didn't do. Sorry. That's not going to work. In my head, it just doesn't work. I don't know how some people cope. I really don't. I really don't. It amazes me. As I've stated before, I've seen people have full blown conversations with their children. Not me. I couldn't do that. I'm here to guide you to where you're able to function as a productive member of society. Yeah. And if I don't do that, somebody else out there will. And I don't know if they got your best interest at heart. Yeah. I'm not sure. I just had to make sure this was still on. Yeah. I don't know if they got your best interest at heart. I do. So everything I'm going to try and teach you, now I'm talking as myself and as a parent that is involved and wants the best for my child. I'm going to try and narrow what focus you have into something that is useful to you in your future and quite possibly useful to your future, i.e., your children, excuse me, and the future of their future. These skills that can be taught and replicated. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, do you know what? I've got this, I've taught my children everything they need. Brothers, listen, it's not that easy. Yeah, it really isn't. I've struggled along this path a long way. And even to this day, it's still hard. I'm still having to talk to my children about certain things, even though they're big men. I'm still having to mention certain things to them. Now, going back and forward with them now is a little bit different because their level of understanding now is of a household. You understand that there are certain things that you can't let slide. One, because one of you is going to be taking on the responsibility of another family, your own family, and two, the other one's going to be taking on responsibility for another person who is going to want to be on, not want to be, is not expected. No, no. The two of them are entering into a lifelong partnership where they're going to need each other and they're going to need to learn how to work with each other. When he becomes a dad, he's going to need to learn how to be disciplinarian as well. Oh, I can't wait for either one of them because I've been saying for years, do you know what? Wait till you have your own children. Then you will see exactly what I've been saying to you for a long time. Yeah, one of them is going to be sooner than the other, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see. I just want you, my brothers, to not beat yourselves up so much in thinking, oh man, I have to do this again, have to do this again. You're doing it for the right purpose, for your children's future, for them to be productive members of society and for them to be humble people. You want your children to be as humble as possible, even if they are in decent positions. If you have to be disciplinarian to make sure that happens, then so be it. Discipline comes in very, very many different forms, you know. It doesn't always have to be the harshest form, which is what most people think about when they hear discipline. No, 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 no. Discipline is focus and determination. How determined are you to be what you want to be? The discipline comes a little bit later. That's what you develop by honing your skills and sharpening your focus. My brothers, as I said, the recipe is up on the channel. Yeah, the juice is it's dope. It's actually dope. I hope you get to try it soon. Please do not forget the store. I'm not gonna chew off your ears. Yeah, walletbutcher.bigcartel.com. Go and get your missus some stuff. The new stock should be dropping in the next 6 weeks or so. I've been looking, I've been hunting. I think I found some decent items. So, bros, Discord as well. With Instagram, Future Fathers at Future Fathers FF, Future_Fathers FF. I'm gonna get one of them wrong. You know, I'm trying to keep up with everything. Bros, please look after yourselves and each other. I've been D on the Future Fathers FF podcast. Yeah. Like, share, and subscribe. Do the flicky button so when the post notifications go, you'll be the next one notified. You, especially you will be notified. So please, bros, look after yourselves and each other. Yeah. Stay well, stay blessed.